What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I've got for you just one story, but it's unbelievable. How about this for a premise? Two women in a relationship. All of a sudden, one finds out they are pregnant. There's no IVF, nothing going on here, but she finds out she is pregnant. Now, she insists to her partner that she hasn't cheated. She hasn't even been near a man. Her partner, though, says, well, you must have been. You're pregnant. I know you've cheated on me. What happens next is pretty insane. So without further ado, sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Let's get into this story. My girlfriend of 4 years just told me that she's pregnant. I'm a woman, so it can't be mine. But she swears she didn't cheat. What do I do? I'm still in shock, so bear with me. My life feels like a soap opera right now. Apologies, this will probably be long. Here's some background. My girlfriend Anna and I have been together for 4 years, with intentions of getting engaged sometime this year. To clarify, we are two women in a relationship. I am a lesbian, I always have been, but Anna is bisexual and has had serious relationships with men in the past. This has never been an issue for us because we love each other and we have a healthy and stable relationship. But now, as you can imagine, I'm second guessing everything. So, what went down? In the last month, Anna had been complaining about putting on weight, particularly in her stomach area. Anna is thin and athletic, so the little belly she developed is noticeable. She's been going to the gym more and started eating much healthier than she usually does. We didn't notice any improvements with her weight loss though, but I told her it takes time. She'll eventually lose the weight. Pregnancy never ever crossed my mind for obvious reasons. Last week, she really started freaking out about her weight gain, so she scheduled a doctor's appointment. She had the appointment yesterday afternoon, and afterwards, she called me at work and told me that we needed to talk. I could tell she'd been crying. I'm freaking out at this point now, thinking that she's terminally ill or something. I start tearing up, asking her to just tell me what's wrong, but she insists on meeting at home. I leave work immediately, and I get home to see her sitting on the couch, her face puffy from crying. I'm shaking, and tears are streaming down my face. I ask her about the doctor's appointment and what is going on. She can barely get the words out through her sobs. She tells me that she went to the doctor and that they told her that she is 13 weeks pregnant. I stop crying, but my brain is trying to comprehend what she just told me. All I could say was, "What?" over and over. She is still sobbing, saying that she's so confused and she has no idea how this happened. I've never really seen her in a state like that. She seems genuinely upset and confused, but then again, so am I. As I started registering what is going on, I ask, "Did you sleep with someone?" And she only starts crying more, swearing on her life that she didn't sleep with anyone. So I'm like, "But you did. You're pregnant. There is no way that you didn't cheat on me." To which she replies, "I have no freaking clue how this happened, but I swear to God, I didn't sleep with anyone. You have to believe me." We go back and forth for 30 minutes or so, both of us still confused. I told her that I needed to think, so I called a friend and spent last night at his house. I've been talking with friends and everyone is confused, but agreeing that Anna must have cheated on me. I keep playing over our conversations in my head though, like if she knew that she had slept with a guy and that she could be pregnant, why would she go to the doctor? Why wouldn't she have just gotten an abortion secretly? She could have used the Plan B pill just in case. Like, she could have gotten away with this. Maybe I'm being foolish here, but it genuinely seems like she had no idea why she was gaining the weight in her stomach. A couple of nights we talked at length about possibilities as to why she might be gaining the weight just in that region, and pregnancy never crossed our minds. I'm also playing back the potential date that she could have cheated on me, considering she's 13 weeks along. We live together, we have similar work schedules, both 9-to-5 jobs, and if I'm thinking of the right week that this could have happened, there's nothing that stands out of the ordinary to me. There weren't any late nights or suspicious activity that would have concerned me. I feel like I'm driving myself crazy, and I feel like I can't trust her. She's been texting me asking if we can talk, and I told her that I need more time. I want to believe that she is telling me the truth, but I can't think of any reason how she could be pregnant without having slept with some guy. But it's all so confusing given the situation. So, Reddit, what are your thoughts? Does my girlfriend have a case of lesbian immaculate conception, or am I being a fool for doubting that she cheated on me? How do I handle the situation and how do I talk to her? Everything feels very confusing right now. Thanks in advance for reading. Wow. What a post. So much going on here. Let's jump straight into the comments and see if the people of Reddit had any sort of idea what might have happened. I'm not even sure what to think right now. Somebody said, I think you know the right answer here. You don't just get magically pregnant. Yeah, she could have hidden it and secretly gotten an abortion, but in all likelihood, she didn't think anything of it until it was too late. Maybe they used a condom and it broke, or he pulled out or something and she was convinced it couldn't be a pregnancy or just didn't want to believe it. Denial is extremely powerful. Some people will deny till the day they die, but she is in a relationship with you, a woman, and she's pregnant. This isn't one you can deny. Logic says she may as well come clean, but good luck with that. 99.9% chance she cheated. The only other explanation is she was drugged and assaulted or something, but that is a big leap into the let's find a way to rationalize this zone. Good luck with this. My money is on she was unfaithful, as it's the obvious effing answer. Oh, yeah, I think this is true. I mean, I don't want to believe it, but this has to be the most obvious answer, right? I mean, there's no other way this could have happened, surely. If she is pregnant, then she has to have had sex with a man. It's just a fact, right? I mean, as you said, unless she is the coming, once again, of Mary, the mother of Jesus, then I don't know what else is going on here. OP replied to this comment saying, maybe the answer that she cheated is obvious here, but it's also difficult to explain to a bunch of strangers just how upset she was when she told me. I can't expect internet strangers to know the intimacies of our relationship, but I wouldn't be posting here if I didn't think there was a slight chance that she was actually telling me the truth. That is a good point. Only you, OP, know. In that moment, when you had that conversation, face to face, and you could see how distraught she was, only you know, based on everything that's happened over the past couple of months as well, from when she did get pregnant. You should be able, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like you would know in that moment, or you'd at least get a massive sort of inkling as to whether or not she was telling the truth or she wasn't. Because, I don't know, like if you know someone that well, yeah, they could be an amazing liar, but I think when you know someone that well, 9 times out of 10, you know if they're 100% telling the truth or if they're not. You could just sort of sense it. Things don't add up. You just know that they're not telling you everything. The thing I'm not getting is like the months of her being really concerned about her weight gain, and if she had slept with a man, wouldn't that be one of the first things that comes into your head? The fact that you may be pregnant? Surely. Even if you'd slept with a man with a condom or, you know, pulled out or whatever, that would still come into your head, surely. I mean, it just would have to as a you know, a possibility. Not a likely one, but a possibility. So the fact that she just didn't even think about that once the entire time, I mean, maybe she did and just didn't tell you. I don't know. Let's see what happens anyway. That's the beauty of this subreddit. Here is an update. So, a lot has happened since the original post. Thank you to everyone that responded with helpful comments. It seems like most people came to 3 possible conclusions with Anna's pregnancy. First of all, she cheated on me and got pregnant. Second, she was the victim of a drugging scenario and doesn't remember anything. And third, the doctor is wrong. Wow. I didn't even consider that third option, but that could be true, I suppose. I mean, there's a world in which she isn't actually pregnant, although do doctors get that sort of stuff wrong that often? Maybe they do. But anyway, this post, this update, comes 3 days after the original. After spending the night at my friend's house and ignoring Anna's calls and texts, I decided to see her the next day to talk. We made a plan to meet at our house after work. I wasn't sure what to expect from our conversation. I thought I might get a confession of her cheating on me or something along those lines. So we met at home. She asked me how I was doing, and I told her that I was still pretty confused and upset. She understood. Then I said, I have to know, did you sleep with someone, or cheat on me, or come near sperm in any way, shape or form since we've been together? She swore up and down that she did not. Very sincerely, she said, I know that this is freaking crazy and literally unbelievable, but I swear to God, I didn't cheat on you. I am just as confused as you are. I still wasn't entirely convinced, so I asked her about the doctor's visit specifically. She did not get an ultrasound. They only took a urine sample. I guess she told them her symptoms, they took a urine sample, concluded she was pregnant, and sent her on her way. I asked why they gave her then a specific gestation period, and she didn't know. I'm not entirely sure why they did either. Of course, I was like, did you tell the doctor it's impossible that you're pregnant? That you've been with the woman for the last 4 years? And the doctor gave her grief for it. Essentially implied that she must have slept with a man because she's pregnant, and that's why she was experiencing her symptoms. I'm not sure if this is a common occurrence for a doctor, but she said he seemed completely unfazed by her claims of not having slept with a man. For those of you that mentioned her period, Anna has an irregular period. Sometimes she gets it, sometimes she doesn't, so there was no cause for alarm when she didn't get her period for 3 months. Because A, she can't get pregnant, and B, more sex for us. I guess the doctor saw the signs of a positive pregnancy test and a lack of period, and pregnancy was the most reasonable option. After hearing about that, I said that she should schedule another doctor's appointment with a different doctor as soon as possible. She told me that she had and had the appointment the next day, which was yesterday at the time of writing. We decided it was best that I go with her to the appointment. Again, like, this isn't adding up. If she has cheated and your partner is saying to you, look, come, I promise you I'm being honest, I just don't think that would happen. Maybe it would. The denial would still be going on, but anyway. The first order of business with the new doctor was the ultrasound. I sat with Anna as they put the gel on her stomach, and I was honestly sweating bullets. I kept thinking to myself, what if she is actually pregnant? I thought I was going to pass out, but Anna seemed calm. They confirmed that Anna is not pregnant, but she had a mass on her ovary that was a cause for concern. It was one of the most emotionally confusing moments of my life. Anna and I looked at each other, not sure if we should celebrate the non-pregnancy or cry or what. Anna still has more appointments, but the new doctor gave her the diagnosis of stage 1 ovarian cancer. This explains the positive pregnancy test and the bloated stomach. This also explains why she wasn't able to lose the weight in her stomach. The doctor also mentioned that the irregular periods should have been a sign of concern for Anna, as women with irregular periods can be more at risk for ovarian cancer. I'm devastated and hopeful. Anna is still in shock, as she's been through a lot in the past couple of days. I'm supporting her the best I can, and we are figuring out a game plan. Naturally, we're both terrified of what's to come. This will be a huge part of her life, and mine, and probably put our plans to get engaged, or get married, or have kids on hold, if she can even have kids after all of this. Anna even joked about the fact that she wishes she actually had been pregnant with the Messiah. That way we could keep the kid and not have this horrible diagnosis. So, I guess this is a happy/sad update. Thank you to everyone for reading. Goodness me, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm not quite sure how to react to that. On the one hand, you find out that your partner hasn't cheated on you with a man and wasn't lying about her being pregnant. On the other hand, she now has cancer. Yeah, it's kind of a lose-lose there, but there we go. Let's get into the comments before I give my final thoughts. Somebody said, I'm so sorry to hear this. The first doctor, though, who was so submissive of her insistence that she hadn't slept with a man, he should probably be scolded for this. Opie replied, when she explained his reaction to me, I was livid. Call me an angry, man-hating lesbian, but the second doctor was a woman, and she was honestly one of the most helpful and supportive doctors I have ever encountered. So there we go. I don't really know what to think about this. Whether you see this as good news or bad news. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Is this overall good news or bad news? At least it's stage 1, which is the best stage you can get, if there is a best stage you can get of any cancer. I think, I'll have to look this up, but I do believe that the majority of people who are diagnosed at stage 1 of ovarian cancer survive and then have a very healthy rest of their life, a normal life expectancy after that. So the 5-year survival rate is significantly high, typically around 93 to 95%. I mean, it's still not great, but 95 out of 100 women apparently will survive their cancer for 5 years or more after diagnosed. Okay, I mean, to be honest, those odds are pretty horrible, but you know, at least she hasn't cheated on you and isn't pregnant with someone else's baby. Like, it's a horrible thing, obviously, to get cancer. Don't get me wrong. But I'm inclined to say that, honestly, this is not the worst possible outcome for you, OP, and for you two together. Like, I don't know. You guys have been together for 4 years, right? You're 29 now. Your girlfriend's 27. You're probably thinking of each other as potential life partners. I mean, you've spoken about having children in the future, getting married, etc. So you are. If you then find out that actually she has cheated on you with a guy and she's pregnant, that is just, I don't know where you go from there in your life. But at least now you know the truth and you guys can work together on this and get through this. And yeah, as I just looked at the stats there, you've got a great chance of having a great life together, which obviously if she had cheated on you with a guy, you had probably a 0% chance of having a great life together. So obviously not a great thing, but honestly, I think the other option was worse. But let me know in the comments down below. I mean, it seems a bit weird saying, oh, the cancer option is the best option. But yes, let me know. Is this a relatively positive update or still a negative update? If you get what I mean. Comment down below. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts, as always. But that is going to do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Interesting story there. I really did not know what was going on, but happy at least that you guys now know, I suppose. If you want more like this right away, check out this episode on screen. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn notifications on, because I am posting daily at the moment and I'm into a routine now. So you don't want to miss tomorrow's upload. It's going to be very, very spicy.